Hello all, welcome to today's session. So Nifty 50 as expected, it reached till 17,700. It tried to sustain a bit during the first half of the day, and then it tried to go to the last support of 17,600, and that was sustained for the day closure. So what we are likely to see in Nifty 50 is the gap is already closed, the gap up. So this particular gap is already closed, and below this 17,600 level, we may see some support at 17,426, and below that we will see 17,200 or so. Okay, and meantime we can also see a bounce back with 17,750 or 17,800 as a resistance. So what we can expect for tomorrow? So what we can expect for tomorrow is, so the US market has opened a little bit lower, so we may, I think Nifty can test the 17,586, 17,600 level, and or it may even go till the 17,500 level for tomorrow, and then we may see some pullback. So why I am expecting a pullback? The reason is the gap between the 100 and 200 moving average in the 15 minutes is still huge. So in order to close the gap, the market has to bounce back. Okay. So however, if we can see that 100 and 200 moving average have become negative in the 5 minutes time frame. So unless this becomes positive, market is not going to go much higher. So what the next resistance? So that's why we have calculated the resistance. So only beyond this particular point, 17,800, market will again come into a bull momentum. So till 17,800, there are a lot of intraday resistances will be there. I think for every 40-50 points we have resistance for Nifty, and we may expect a sell-off also. So if market gaps up, we should look for selling opportunity till 17,800, or we can try to quickly grab some 30 to 40 points in Nifty. That's the expectation on the buy side until 17,800 is broken. So on the downside, if we have a gap down in Nifty tomorrow, then we can expect a buy from 17,500 level. Okay, so this is the expectation for Nifty, but definitely we will be having a bounce back. So one more thing to follow up in the market is, if you take a look at the weekly chart, so this weekly is forming an inverted hammer pattern. So this pattern is it will definitely likely to have a follow through if we close like this tomorrow, or if we close much lower tomorrow. So that is one point which we have to monitor for tomorrow. So don't worry, I will be monitoring that as well, and I will suggest you the next course of action for Monday. Okay, so as we can see here, so this is Nifty again 17,565 is a support on the weekly basis, and 17,458, and then we have 17,300 also. So we have to see Nifty will be closing at what level. So there are so many hurdles in Nifty for tomorrow for it to go below on a closing basis in the weekly itself. So we saw that there is a support for every 100 points in Nifty, and only below this 17,500, 17,600, market will look for the weekly supports. So there are 17,500 and 78, right? So below this point, we just saw that 17,550 is the major weekly support, and below that we have 17,450. So you can expect a bounce back from 17,550 to 578 tomorrow if market gaps down. So currently US market is slightly trading lower, so there is not much of a bearishness, not 2%, 3% down and all, just 0.5% down. So there may be a gap down also tomorrow, but that will be followed by a buy. Okay, so till the point 15 minutes turns negative, we are not expecting much of a sell. So market will be stuck between some limits and I don't see much of a role for bulls also till Nifty clears 17,800. Now going back to Bank Nifty. So there I showed you how, what are all the various Fibo levels that we are calculating and what are the support and resistances and things like that. So I have just so that was a detailed analysis. So now I am restricting myself with respect to Bank Nifty. So what are all the point and how we can trade Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So if you see Bank Nifty again, it was struggling as expected. 37,200 was holding today, so we did not even reach 37,200. We reached only 37,350. So Bank Nifty again, 37,500 is a major support, and below that we have 37,350 is another support which was established today, and 37,200. So we have again. So my expectation is 37,200 should be tested tomorrow, and from there we should see a pullback. So 37,200, and then we will see below 37,200 we will see 36,900, and below that only we will see a major fall till 36,270. So again this particular fall is not possible for tomorrow. The reason being, Bank Nifty again, if you see, the 15 minutes is still bullish. So both the moving averages are still going up, and we almost had a 37,500 was holding up today, and also the gap between the 15 and 100 moving average and 200 moving average is so high, and they are still positive, and this support zone is likely to hold. Okay, and I don't see much of a bearishness in the market to make this support zone go away. Okay, so that's for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So let's take a look at Hdfc Bank. So Hdfc Bank, it made a high of going back to Bank Nifty. Whatever that I said is applicable for, whatever I said for Nifty 50 is applicable for Bank Nifty also, because we see the weekly, it's a inverted hammer candle. So this is likely to have a follow up. So Bank Nifty may go till 36,800 or 900 next week, and then we may see a pullback. So we will have to see how we are closing tomorrow and what are the price action near the various support levels. So basically what I am saying is, tomorrow we should expect a buy from 37,200 level for Bank Nifty or 36,900. So you can keep any signal, and if market breaks the day low you can sell, or if you get any buy signal you can enter buy. So things like that. And however, unless 37,800 is broken, we are not going to enter into any positional buy in Bank Nifty. Okay. So HDFC Bank, it had a tremendous run till 1722, and then it again came back, and now it all that run up is gone. So the reason again is, so HDFC Bank is still, it has almost covered the gap up here for the news of merger between HDFC and HDFC Bank. So as we can see, HDFC Bank is in its last support of 1520. So this is a major support, and I am expecting a pullback here right away, or 1480 will be a major pullback zone. So you can expect only a buy, and if gaps down and opens below this 1520, then for a minimum stop loss you can sell for a target of 1480 for HDFC Bank. But definitely it will be a buy from 1480, and we should see a buy, and market should head up, bounce back, HDFC Bank. So the reason for this thing is technically from moving average perspective, based on my understanding, I am just stating my understanding only. We can see that the 100 and 200 moving average are negative in the daily. So if this particular gap is active, then price will not sustain above this. As long as moving average is negative, price will not sustain above this moving averages. So that's one of the reasons the HDFC Bank came down. It may even come down further, and there will be some correction, and based on after this, once the gap is closed and daily is positive, we will see a rally in the HDFC Bank, if at all those things happen. So market is fully about prediction and forecasting. So for tomorrow, just keep that in mind. It's currently in huge support, and below that you will see 1480. If there is a pullback from the current levels, right, from the current closing itself, then HDFC Bank is likely to go till 1594 or 1642. That's the power of 1520 support level. So all the other lines 1540, 1565, 1620 or other in between resistances. But if there is a pullback from 1520, market is likely to, HDFC Bank is likely to go to 1594 or 1648. So in that case, our Bank Nifty will also rally and it may achieve 38,900 target, which I said in my first video for the month. So now going back to ICICI Bank. So ICICI Bank seems to be much stronger compared to HDFC Bank. So you can see these are the support zones, 748, 745 and then 742, and only below 738 if it sustains, ICICI Bank is going to have a fall, and that too again another 5-6 rupees. So 730, and only below 730 we will have 726 and 7. So there is a major support for every 5-10 rupees or 7 rupees like that. But however, if 737 breaks, then sellers will enter the market, and most likely we will see 710 for ICICI Bank. And TCS, as expected, from 3800 it has come down now, 3682, but I am still not convinced that it's going to be a buy from here, positional buy. So again, because of the weekly candle, so after 4-5 weeks of rally, TCS has corrected and it's forming a red candle in the weekly, so we may see some follow through for that also. So TCS, even though we may see some bounce from here, TCS is likely to go to 3630 or even 3590 now. So again, if you take a look at the lower time frames, we can see TCS has sustained well below the 15 minutes time frame 200 moving average, and the hourly 200 moving average is somewhere close by for TCS. So it is near 3650. So TCS can easily fall to 3630, and then from there we can see a bounce, and then we'll have to see further price action from there. So TCS I am expecting 3650 before any actual buy could come in the stock. Okay, and HUL, it is again near the last leg of resistance 2170 to 175, and if this crosses, HUL will come to 2240. However, HUL it is likely to correct till 2090 or 2137 below any further move upside. So we'll have to see how that acts up in the coming days. And if it crosses 2175, you can keep a minimum stop loss and you can try to buy HUL for a target of 2242. Okay, and going back to Bajaj Finance. So what's happening with Bajaj Finance is there are some couple of channels, if you see. So we can see this a triangle is getting formed in the hourly. So whether this triangle is going to break down, if that breaks down, then Bajaj Finance will fall till 7225, and below 7225 we will see 6945. Yes. So tomorrow we can expect Bajaj Finance maybe to test 7220, or we may see a pullback also from here. If this triangle breaks up, then Bajaj Finance may head till 7500 again. So that we will have to see tomorrow. And again, the hourly time frame, the 100-200 moving average is positive, and that support will hold. So 6900 will hold, and there is a huge gap in the 15 minutes 100 and 200 moving averages. So in order for this gap to close, market will have to bounce either from this level or from 7225 level. Okay. And coming back to Tata Motors. So Tata Motors again, similar to ICICI Bank, it is very strong, and we can see there is a channel. So this channel, apologies, there is a lot of lines that I had to draw for Tata Motors since it is very strong. It has got multiple intraday support, and then we have daily, weekly support, and so many things are there at play for Tata Motors. But it is currently very, very bullish, And Tata Motors we can see for tomorrow we may have support from 440 to 442 or 443 support levels, and that will be a good buying point also for Tata Motors. And if that level skips, 430 or 410 will be the buying point for Tata Motors, and I don't think we are going to skip those levels, and it's going to come for a buy, and we may even see 475 level in the coming days. So Tata Motors 440 could be tested tomorrow, and from 440 to 442 443 levels it may come into a buy. Basically this particular channel, we can never read the time when this channel will be tested, but again I am expecting only a bounce back. This channel I am not expecting it to break any soon, so we may see Tata Motors heading to 475 or so in the coming days, as long as this channel is intact. Okay, and again likewise Tata Motors 15 minutes is positive 100-200 moving averages, and 5 minutes has just become negative. So that's the reason that I am expecting Tata Motors may test 440, and just in case if it breaks this channel, then we may see a major fall. 430 to 410 is also possible, which is a major buying point for Tata Motors again. Okay, so we'll have to again see the price action at the various levels, and you can watch for some signals also. And as soon as price hits these levels and you are getting a signal, you can enter into a trade with a small stop loss. So so how we can correlate market with these levels, with these views, is you just follow any signal. You can follow any super trend, or you can follow any 15 EMA 50 moving average, or you want to follow parabolic SAR. Any signal is good. You can have a stop loss and you can do basic trading. So all we need to know about in the market is the trend. So where it can go from either to the bottom or for the buying side, what is the target? We just need to identify the targets and keep everything in the mind with respect to a particular stock. And how, based on that, if you trade along with the signal, then our entry point will be very easier, and we will know the target, and we will know exactly where to book the profit. So thank you all. We will see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you.